Hey everybody, I've got a real treat for you today. I'm so excited about this review. This is Starblades, the comic by Kyle Ritter. It finally came out, it's here for our own enjoyment, and it is amazing. I loved this comic. So, this is going to be a spoiler review. If you can get a hold of one of these, which is going to be kind of hard to do since it's sold out on Indiegogo, but if there's any way you can get a hold of one of these, I recommend you do it and you stop watching this video because I don't want to ruin it for you. This is great stuff. So, Starblades started as an Indiegogo campaign. It got delayed like crazy. This has been in the making for a long time. Even when I backed this book in October, I was like, oh, what are you thinking? But I said, you know what? It is going to come out someday, and when it does, I want one because this looks great. Just this image here, this cover art, it's so awesome looking. Kyle Ritter is a fantastic, talented guy. He rose to popularity as a colorist, does a lot of really great coloring work. Then we find out he can draw too. He's a multi-talented guy. So he does the art, the inking, the coloring for this. It's just great stuff. Here's the back cover right here. Look at that. All these guys look cool. This is amazing stuff. Really captured me like that. So eventually, I think in late February, we all got the notification that this book was finally going to get published, but by All Caps Comics. So All Caps Comics is owned by Ethan Van Sciver, that's his publisher. And you know, Kyle Ritter has done coloring work for Ethan before, and Ethan's probably got connections and resources like no other. I mean, that guy makes a killing every time he does an Indiegogo campaign. So he was on top of it, and in succession we kept getting notifications like, okay, the comic's at the printer, now it's in the warehouse, now it's shipped, and then bang, it's here. I got it in the mail a week ago, and I read it. Then I read it again. It's been a long time since I liked a comic that much to just read it immediately again. And really great stuff. So All Caps Comics takes a lot of pride in the finished copy of their final product. This is a very expensive feeling paper. It's not cheap at all. It's got a crease on the front and back spine so you don't bend the cover pages as you're reading it. And has an embossed Starblades logo up top. Hope you can tell in the video, but it has a gold out rim around it, which is very pleasing to the eye. It just feels incredibly high quality. They put a lot of heart into this, and very retro, very fantastical, very eye-catching. So this is great stuff. I'm going to get into the story now. I know I said this was going to be a spoiler review, but I'm not really going to get into the story, and I just want to showcase some cool moments and great Kyle Ritter art and not spoil it for you because I'm still holding out hope that all of you get to read this too. So it opens up with things like a waterfall and landscape, things that artists don't typically get into the business to do, but Kyle Ritter can do it all. We're introduced to Lord Gardax and Zareen. Very cool looking, very cool names, interesting, and I love the colors popping out of here. My first bit of criticism is for a while they kind of have the same facial expressions, very emotionless, closed mouths. Then I said, you know, that kind of adds to their mystery. They're kind of mystical, magical characters, and a lot of world building going on in here. It's talking about a lot of things. I like that you can't tell really what the setting is. Are they on another planet? Are they on Earth? I think they're on Earth and they're far, far into the future, but he's talking about star metal and how he used star metal to create these weapons that get passed down to generations of heroic warriors, and that they're going to band together someday to fight this big threat, and that threat is here now, and then Starblades. So this story is 61 pages to my count, counting these 2 pages because it's got narration on here. And this is by Kyle Ritter. He does the story, the art, the colors, even the lettering. This is his baby, this is his project, and it is really cool to finally see it in fruition. So, now I'm just going to breeze through here, show you some cool characters. You got Warrock and Tyrus. They're kind of like the main characters of here. This guy looks awesome. He looks like Ragnar from Vikings or something. And having Starblades, they all give you a unique power, which is super cool, super comic booky. Unfortunately, you don't see Tyrus's power in this comic yet, but we do see Warrock's, and he has the power to summon this spirit wolf and give himself this kind of primal energy. And get this cool shot of him holding this glowing green sword. The colors are very vibrant. These guys are buffed out. It looks awesome. Everything about this is cool. And then we get introduced to this awesome looking dude named Dryden. He's a dragon knight. He's got these big dragon wings. His armor looks sick. And he's facing off against the threat, the corruption. They fly in on this ship. It's kind of this cubic ship with spikes on it called the Eclipse, which is an awesome name for a ship. And that is the threat that they are here to face together. It's facing off against this big awesome dude called Overlord, and he works for the Great Corruptor. And I'm like, man, this is great stuff. Look at the kinetic motion behind these characters. The rocks flying off this as this guy's stepping on it. This is the kind of stuff that gets me into comics. This is awesome, very classic. Rushing through here some more. Yeah, good shot of the bad guys, just this evil witch character, another villain. And we're introduced to Anara, the ghost tiger, and she's another, I think, magical character, and has a lot of really cool powers, mind reading, opening portals, and takes him over to meet Kevik, who is, what is he? He is the commander of the Shellick Warriors, so aquatic power, I think. I love his look. He's got a kind of more pale skin. He has these big kind of sapphire-looking things kind of on his chest next to his Starblade, and some background into him. Then we're introduced to Princess Talon, very beautiful looking, very angelic. I thought she was a dragon knight as well, but her wings are more bird-like, and that's all I'm going to show for the story. Then we get like 33 bonus pages to my account. First off is this awesome, just a whole page of backstory to Anara, the ghost tiger. And maybe someday we'll get like a one-shot, because I loved her origin story, really cool sounding. And you get just cool, you get all the front and back cover, cool promotional pages. Look at this. Kyle Ritter is such an amazing artist. Look at this stuff. This looks great. Look how good this looks. I can't stress enough how amazing of an artist Kyle Ritter is. All these guys look interesting. That is how you make a team book, and especially when you're also equipped with the task of building this big, epic, fantastical world. All these guys look cool. I'm interested in all of them. And get this fun page here of character designs. Yeah, you can really tell all the heart and thought Kyle Ritter put into this stuff. And then you get a bunch of inks. I just did a video just losing it over Steve McNiven's inks for War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. And it's good to take out the element of color sometimes to see how much the artist puts in to things like shading and cross-hatching, the things that, since we're getting so stimulated by Kyle Ritter's awesome colors, we may miss some certain things, you know, and it's really good to see, like, wow, that a person drew this. Look how good Kyle Ritter is. This is amazing art, great stuff, a lot of heavy inking. Yeah, this is awesome. So that's all I'm going to show you. Great stuff right here. So in the story, it kind of ended with this cliffhanger ending, so it does let you know that this is only volume 1. There will be a second issue, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see what Kyle Ritter does next. World building is the hardest type of storytelling, and he built a great world here. I am interested. I'm invested now, and I'm sure it's going to pick up a lot of steam now that backers have received this book. They've read it, and they probably love it. This is great stuff. So there were some moments in the story where there was kind of questionable use of punctuation, but then I remembered that Kyle Ritter is deaf. He might be mute as well, but I know he's deaf, and but the guy is just so talented. And that was blowing my mind. Like, oh, okay, so I can see why he would think that there'd be a question mark in place here at the end of this sentence or this phrase. So there wasn't a lot of that, but it was there, and it was just blowing my mind even more. The guy is a very talented man, and it is really great to see his dream come to fruition, to finally see his comic. He's finally given it to us, and it's actually inspirational. And I don't get inspired a whole lot by comics. I enjoy them, but this was inspirational to me, and it makes me want to work harder and faster on the comic I'm making and I'm storyboarding right now that I plan on starting a campaign for. And I just can't wait to do it. Like, I want to bring my idea to life like Kyle Ritter did. So this was a great comic. I really loved it, and I would love it if I was a kid even more. Not to say that adults couldn't enjoy this. I enjoyed this immensely. But if I was a kid, like when I first got into comics, I would be all about Starblades after reading this. I'd be playing Starblades in the backyard with my friends. I'd be wanting action figures of every single one of them, waiting for a Starblades cartoon show or movie. This was really great. This is the kind of stuff that could get a kid into comics, and that is something very magical. A fantastic fantasy sci-fi story like that grabbed me that well, man, you know it's good. So this is great stuff, and recommendations. I really hope that Kyle Ritter starts another campaign for maybe a second printing, so that all of you who missed out can get a hold of a second printing of this comic, because it is great. Sold out on Indiegogo, so this is, I guess that makes this a collector's item now. So yeah, highest recommendations. Loved this comic. So thank you very much for checking out this video. Please comment below, start a conversation, tell me what you think of Starblades. I love starting conversations like that. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next review. Thanks for watching. Bye.